Rocking out over there, huh?
Totally.
We got a couple guests in the studio here tonight.
Hi. Hi. Kind of echoey, but
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
yeah.
Well, all our sound stuff is up in Goldfield right now to prepare for our wedding, because being the people that we are, we provide our own sound equipment because we don't trust anybody else to do it
Exactly.
the right way.
We were kind of ballsy though, and we hired a DJ.
Yeah, get a little closer. Can you get a little closer, Mike? Yeah, we did. Well, I was gonna just like build a playlist and automate it and all that, and well, here we are. It's the night before, and there's still a lot of other things to do. So
Yeah, it was too much work.
yeah. So we'll let somebody who's a professional handle it.
Yeah, we'll pay someone like we
Yeah.
always do.
Yeah.
It's usually easier that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as they show up and actually do their job, that's usually
Yeah.
half the battle we tend to face. Yeah. You want to introduce everybody here right now?
I was gonna say, I think we should introduce everyone. So sitting next to me, this is my sister Deanna.
Hi, I'm Deanna.
So Deanna was the one we mentioned previously in the last episode where she helped us catch chickens. That one isn't posted yet. It
Yeah.
will be posted.
It is posted.
It is
it's
posted.
published.
It is
Yeah.
posted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially by the time they're
Yeah.
watching this one. Yeah.
Right? So Deanna. Yeah. So and then Ray. Wait.
What? Oh, okay. You want me to switch there?
Yep. Okay. And then right here, because it already showed them, the one in the recliner is Dad. That is Rick Bass. That is my father. And then the one on the couch is Sam Bass. So, long story with Sam. Long lost brother. Haven't met him before until Wednesday. So that was a big step. It
Yeah.
was a big exciting thing that happened. So that it's really just an honor that he's here, and a whole bunch of other people are here. Like Mom and Dad came from California, and then Zach's family. Oh well, Sam came from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad came from California, and then Zach's family came from Pennsylvania. So we're just honored that all of these people showed up from these far distances for our wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, how about it? Yeah, it's really fun seeing the entire house just full of folks, full of people outside, and everyone just kind of enjoying what we've built here in the desert. So real honor that everyone came out here. Really,
Exactly.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So this is the night before our wedding, which by the
Yes.
time you'll be watching this, it'll be after our wedding, but follow along, you'll figure it out. And it's just we're doing our mayhem, running around, doing our thing, and trying to get it all done,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
part of tonight, the reason why we have the guests that we have, we did try to get some other people to join us, but we also have an audience. There are people behind the scenes.
Yes.
Some of them are camera shy, but we did get the people we did get some people to be able to come on camera
Yeah.
for
Including
them to
Paulie.
yeah,
There's Paulie on the
yeah.
left of the
there's
shot there,
Paulie.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And
always joining us
yeah,
now.
you can hear
He's
his
a regular
meow for sure.
guest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we wanted them to kind of say something before the wedding, things like that. We wanted them to be a part of everything before everything happens.
Yeah,
And then they
yeah.
all just go back to their own lives.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Trying to enjoy our time here with them as much as we can, yeah.
Exactly.
And
You guys
these
will never get rid of me. I will be here to chase chickens all day.
That's good. That's
They
good.
got one random chicken still in their tree too.
Yep, we
Yeah.
didn't get all of them, so we're keeping the one.
Yep. No eggs yet. Did you check for eggs today?
I did. There was
Yeah,
no
no
eggs
eggs,
tonight.
lazy
Or well,
chicken.
today. I know. It'll be chicken meat soon.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking more and more about dinner time now.
Barbecue.
Right?
Exactly. Dad has the right idea.
That's right. You know it.
We're gonna little do you guys know, we didn't give the other chickens to the pet store. We secretly cooked them, and that's what we're serving you tomorrow.
Nice.
Budget.
I'll tell you. They were tasty, weren't
The
they?
garlic parmesan and the spicy.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I love saving money. All right.
Exactly.
So for those of, I know we've said this a bunch of times, we're getting married in Goldfield, but kind of an abandoned mining town, population 250 or so. and we're getting married in an abandoned school building from the early 1900s, or was it even late 1800s? It might have even been late 1800s.
Yeah, it's
like
really
1898.
old. Like,
Yeah.
it's eerie in there.
Yeah.
The wind blows and it just howls. Like,
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so
Post
excited.
a picture up on the video of the school.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
we'll,
going
we'll have
to.
a picture on your screen
Yeah.
right now, and yeah. So tune in with us next week. Well, I don't know. We're gonna have a lot to do next week. I don't know if we're actually gonna post it next week, but I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here.
we're also so after the wedding, Zach and I are spending some time in Vegas. Have a little fun. So we'll probably, if we get to it, we're going to add a couple shots and videos of things of Zach and I are going to be doing out in Vegas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
look
Yeah,
forward to that.
so yeah, we'll definitely be posting the wedding, and you
Yeah.
can see the school building and everything. It's just gonna be a blast.
Exactly.
And we're so lucky that all these folks came out to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So we have our guest here in the
Yeah,
studio.
I
What do we
think-
want
I
to do with
think-
our
I
guests? We
think
have
what
all
we
these
should do-
resources.
So during while we record our show, we record 4 segments. So I say, since we do have 3 guests, the next 3 segments we should have our guests
There you go.
introduce themselves.
There you go. All right.
And we'll go from there.
All
So,
right.
alrighty. So yeah. So next segment, one of you will be next.
Oh man.
Sam's pointing at Deanna like you're the chosen one.
I don't even know what to talk.
Acre.
I know, but I don't even know what to talk about. Like,
Just talk about your.
I think
so
we
this
should
is-
talk. I think we should talk about a fun memory.
Yeah.
Now that Heather, at least in your case, now that Heather is moving on to the next phase of her life, we should talk about
Yeah.
some fun moments of the last
Yeah.
phase.
See how you guys feel with me no longer being a bass.
Yeah.
The look on your face. Well,
dishonor on you.
dishonor on your
cow.
family.
Dishonor on your
cow.
Yeah, that's who that was Mom over there you were looking at.
Yeah.
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 She's lucky we don't have robotic cameras.
Mom.
Yeah. Yesterday, setting up the high school, I was borderline crying just because it's, I don't know, it's something I never saw myself doing.
It's a special moment.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
just, for some reason, I just, like, I never saw myself getting married. I never saw myself, like, I don't know. I'm just a weird person, and I don't get along with people well. All of you know that. Zach knows that.
No, I do that.
Yeah. So it's just, it was really just like a, kind of like a
You
relax.
can blame me and Mom for that.
It was such a reality check yesterday, like setting up for the wedding and everything. I'm just like, oh my God. It's such, it's gonna be.
Weirdly enough, it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me yesterday. It was just like it was almost
my
like a
God.
gig for me yesterday. Like, gotta set up for the gig, you know.
I know.
And today when it hit me was when
Everyone showed up.
Yeah, that, and when we finally tried on all my clothing.
Yeah.
About time.
Oh, gosh.
And we finally tried everything on, and I saw it, and I saw how I looked,
Yeah.
and I saw your reaction to it, and I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what really did it for me.
Oh,
That
how
time about waiting
exciting.
until the last minute there, huh, Zach?
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to find out your
I'm-
tie didn't work.
I'm not exactly good at getting things prioritizing or something, I guess.
So yeah, but seeing Zach in his outfit today, like I had people over, and then me and Zach were just like, we need to get this done now. So I help him button up his vest and everything. So, and what was it, like the first show, second show, we explained where my outfit came from, and that was
Yeah.
kind of taboo, exotic in a way, but it completely fits the scene. With Zach's outfit, his outfit came from different resources now that we have everything. So the shoes and pants came from Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
His white button-up he already had just prior to the news station. His jacket came from a thrift store in Tonopah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rural Nevada. Man.
Yeah, his hat, he's had that hat forever.
Yeah,
I wasn't there when he got
yeah.
that. And then we got we got his vest at a Wild West extravaganza. in Perot.
That's right,
It was
yeah,
one of the vendors, and she had a whole bunch of really cool, like, in a way, it was almost like like a Riley's Farm.
Oh,
Family
okay.
knows what that is. Yeah, it was kind of like that scene where they were selling those
Yeah.
kind of clothes, those dresses.
Yeah.
But they also had those vests, and I saw the vest, and I'm just like sold. Like, this will fit, or this will just finish his whole outfit, and then on top of his skunk
Yeah.
pelt that he's gonna wear.
Yep. We got the skunk
It's
pelt.
gonna be such a unique outfit.
Yeah.
I know,
I can't
and
wait.
it's
Yeah.
been so much fun because I mean, I think for me, it could be a lot less fun dressing up for a wedding because you gotta go get
Yeah.
fitted for the tuxedo, and it
Exactly.
fits you tight, and it's just uncomfortable and hot. But this
Me.
is, yeah, well, yeah. But this is fun because it's really is unique, and our
Yeah.
personalities get to shine through with what we're doing and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dad and Sam were here when I went into the room and helped Zach try on. I'm pretty sure they heard I'm over here. Oh my God, it looks so good. I'm just in the room, just yelling because once I saw the whole thing put together, I was flipping like
Yeah.
it looked so good.
I hope you weren't flipping with your belly.
I know, right?
You know, we're just
Baby's gonna be coming out
we-
doing cartwheels.
right.
Oh well, I tell you though, my new job,
Somersaults.
I've done a couple round offs so far.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad.
Yes, I started my new job on Monday, and then I teach tumbling.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
All right, we got to go, but we'll tell them more about that when we come
yes,
back.
and
yeah?
then we'll start our interviews.
Yes, that'll be fun. Sounds good. We'll be right back. All right, we've got family in the studio today celebrating our wedding coming up.
Yes.
And as we're shooting this show, it's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bright and early for me, Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bright
that's
and
right.
early.
Yeah, bright and early for or super late depending on I don't know. I'm going to be up late. I know that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
There went the music. The computer's just doing whatever it wants.
That's
Story
not
of our lives.
surprising.
Right. Whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
so-
having a lot of fun. So you were talking about your new
Yeah.
job. You're
Yeah,
being
family got quite concerned for a moment. So obviously for many of you who know who watch, I am a little over 7 months pregnant. Well, I just got this new job because I'm a certified gymnastics coach. I've done gymnastics for God knows how long, and so I just got this new job at a dance studio. Started Monday. I didn't know I was starting Monday. I thought I was starting after the baby was born. So I started Monday, and all of these coaches that I work with are specifically dance coaches. So none of them know tumbling. So I'm over here trying to teach these kids tumbling, and half of these kids don't know what I'm trying to tell them. Like I tell them, okay, do a straddle roll. They're just like, what? I tell them do a round off. What? So
It's
and
okay.
then
I'm a
even-
grown man and I don't know what those are.
right. Well, like, it's nice that I do have assistant coaches, but the coaches don't know what any of these things are either. So I just, I mean, it's kind of like heat at the moment. I'm just like, okay. So I start doing like straddle rolls. I do roundhouse and stuff. Yeah. So I've been pushing it a bit at the gym.
You need to
Just at
knock
the
it
gym?
off.
Yeah.
You've been pushing it a lot, but
Yeah.
Whole family's gonna come at you. I'm like,
I know, right?
mhm.
All right. So I think we should start with interviews.
All right, let's do it.
Enough about us. We always
yeah,
talk
right.
about each other.
Yeah,
So
right. It's nice to talk about somebody else for a change.
exactly. So I say out of the group, we should probably start with. I want to start with. I want to start with Dad.
All right.
let's do that.
I think Dad should
Dad
go
should go.
first.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So again, Dad is Rick Bass. He is my father. He's the one in the recliner. And yeah, he's just I've really been highly excited that he's been here, and all I keep thinking about, I keep telling Zach too. Dad's gonna walk me down the stairs. like I just keep thinking about that, and
Yeah,
So-
you're coming down the stairs.
Stairs,
You're not coming
yeah.
down the aisle. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, going down the stairs.
yeah. So How do you feel about that, Dad?
You're gonna make him cry.
I know. Poor dad. Everybody's gonna start crying. It's not even the wedding day. It's gonna be so emotional.
It's already starting.
Mom's over there crying too. Aww.
Oh my. I don't think anyone should talk about it. We can't even
We're not gonna
talk.
be able to-
Everybody's so
Okay,
emotional.
Okay, then let's start off with when I was younger, and we do have some photos. Dad sent some photos for us for the wedding, and a good majority of them were Dad taking me and Deanna to the airport, or not the airport, the airfield.
The airfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was looking through those photos, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I remember we would go every weekend to the airfield, and you would teach us to fly.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Also, he went to the circus with
flying
us too.
Yeah.
He was doing teeterboard with us.
Yeah.
Dad actually went to the gymnastics with us, and we'd sit there and do teeterboard
Yeah,
all
do
day.
teeterboard and circus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad would always participate in everything
Yeah.
that me and Heather did. Yeah, we got a circus family. We got an
Yeah.
airplane family. We're
Yeah.
flying planes and doing circus. We're flipping and
Yeah.
doing airplanes all at the
Dad-
same time.
Dad always tried to. He always involved Deanna and I.
Yeah.
He always. Whatever he was interested in, he always made it fun and exciting for Deanna and I when we were younger.
Especially
like,
when we went up to Big Bear and went fishing over at Jinx Lake. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun too. That was fun too.
Yeah.
You kept catching those trout.
I couldn't catch
Yeah.
anything.
Lee and
Yeah.
Brandon mad because you kept pulling
Exactly.
right out of the middle there.
Yeah, Dad did. Dad took Deanna and I everywhere. He took us to the airfields. He took us to
you know
all the
what-
air shows.
You know why
and-
also? It's to give Mom a break. It was to give Mom a break.
Yeah.
Right?
But still, it was quite exciting. Like with Mom, we stayed at home. We did arts and crafts and things. We painted. We did all of that. And-
Homeschooled.
yeah.
Yeah, we
exactly. And then with
Me and Heather
Dad,
walked everywhere.
Mom was always the stay-at-home mom, but Dad was the one who was always working. So on the weekends, Dad would always he would always take us to the airfield on weekends when he wasn't working.
And crash all of his planes.
and
crash all of his planes. Not all of them, but
No.
most of them. Some
Yeah,
of them.
but you know, he always fixed them.
The one that really hurt was that biplane.
I
built.
remember
I was
that
doing an inverted low flight over the runway, and I went to pull up.
one.
Well, actually, because I was inverted, push forward on the stick, and I was so low, the rudder hit the ground.
Yep, I
And the
remember
thing
that.
just went boom, and then tumbled directly down the runway.
It was gone. I remember that. That was such a depressing day.
Destroyed that airplane. It was balsa shrapnel all the way down.
Yeah.
I've got another kit sitting at home though. The
Do you?
Exact same plane.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah. So one of these years, I'm gonna find the time to build it again.
Hmm. Very nice.
Oh God.
Right.
So many planes.
Yeah, but yeah, other than the airfield, every air show that went on,
Yeah.
like
We'd go
March
to
Air
air shows.
Force and things like that, Dad always took us to. We'd
Except
always
this
go.
year. I'm so depressed.
I know, right? Dad said.
You weren't out there. I went.
I know. So Dad went to March Air Force Field or March Air Force Base for the.
March. It's March Air Reserve Base
Yeah.
now. It's no longer an Air Force base.
Okay.
But
But-
they're like Nellis here in Las Vegas. Now they go every other year, and it's a 2-day event.
Okay.
Like Nellis Air Force Base here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They're a 2-day event.
That's cool.
This year they were not able to. They were supposed to have the Thunderbirds out at March. Week before March's air show is when the Thunderbird pilot crashed and died up
Oh,
here
That's
that's
right.
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the testing ground.
I
Yeah.
remember.
So they canceled all of the Thunderbirds for the rest of this year.
Oh
There's
my
no
goodness.
Thunderbird display anywhere in
Yeah.
the rest of the
Yeah.
year.
Well, I don't blame them. It's really tragic.
It is.
Yeah.
The only thing I could figure was he had to have been too low to the ground
Yeah.
to, or inverted or something. He wasn't able to eject.
You did what your biplane did.
Unfortunately.
Just tell
Possibly,
me.
yeah. That is so mean.
Since we're on the subject of planes and destroying them, you
That
know.
was in bad taste, but yeah.
Since I have these photos on Facebook or on the show, we'll insert a couple of the photos of the airfield that Dad sent us so that you
I
guys
think,
can
you-
see.
Yeah.
I think
absolutely.
you've got the one with you holding up the
The big
quarter
one?
scale-
Yes, I
right,
do.
The
I've
quarter
seen
scale
that one.
cub.
Yep, I do. So,
Yeah, with the big quarter scale cub.
yeah. But yeah, then let's see. Dad helped me get my first car. I was working at Riley's. And next thing I know, my dad shows up and he's like, I'm gonna go get your car, my Honda.
Yep.
You went and picked that
Out
up
in
for me.
Riverside.
Yeah.
That thing was
He-
a wagon.
It
Oh,
was.
yeah. Mom said it was
Yeah.
ugly.
I just got I found it again. And I
Yeah,
took a
let's see
picture
what
of
you were
it. Did
saying.
you see that?
Yeah, you actually
Did
were
you see the
talking about
picture?
it. No, you were talking about it earlier, though.
I've got a picture of it on my
Yeah,
phone.
okay.
I'll show you.
So
I
we
sent it
cleaned
to
it
Heather.
Yeah, Dad sent it. Mike fixed it up and it looks better.
Mike?
Yeah,
fixed
because I
it?
sold
Yeah.
it to Mike's mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's mom bought it.
Oh, okay.
That's how I knew it was in the parking lot because I was leaving the
Did
store
you
and
say-
I saw
oh,
Mike's
you
mom
didn't
walking up,
see
so
her.
I stopped and said hi. And after she left, I actually drove the parking lot to see if I could find Heather's old car, and it was there.
And you found
He's
it.
fixed it from Heather hitting the K rail on the freeway.
Someone cut me off on the
I
freeway.
know.
They did. I was on my way home from work. I was working at Ross at the time, and I was doing the night shift. What? What?
Three
No.
accidents.
No. Okay, so yeah, so I was on my way home from work. I was working at Ross, and I was working the night shift, so I didn't get off until about like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, in all scenarios, my phone is dead also. So I'm getting, what is it, the 15, getting the 15 onto the...
210 to the 10.
Yeah, the 210 onto the 10. There's this big off ramp, or the on ramp, and you get onto the 10. And
the transition.
yeah, and next thing I know, I try to merge in to get out of the right lane, but I'm still in the right lane, and next thing I know, someone brake checked me in front, and I tried to go over. That person kind of swerved it was like they didn't want me to go. So, nope. So my only other option was to go into the left-hand lane, where there's a cattle rail. I stomp on my brakes going 70, 75 miles an hour. I lose control of my car, then just wham, right into the cattle rail.
God.
It was terrifying.
This girl is prone to accidents. Anything that gets in
Yeah.
her way is just disaster.
Yeah.
This girl.
Yeah. And Dad surely remembers, and he should have known this when I first started driving. When I was younger, I would always run my bike into the backs of other people's cars on accident. I would
Yeah,
be right
she did
here.
too.
Yeah.
She did.
After she learned how to ride a bike, and she learned how to ride a bike. First of all, her sister learned how to ride a bike. Heather, being the younger sister, wouldn't have any part of it. Heather had to ride the bike. Now, I think that in one day, Heather was riding a bike. Because Deanna learned how to ride a bike. Well, Heather, of course, being accident prone, she'd be riding her bike and boom, right into the back of a parked car.
Because I would always
Going like 2 miles an hour.
I would always look behind me because I was always afraid of cars coming behind me. So I would look behind me, and then I would totally space that there are cars parked, and then I'd run into the car in front of me.
She'd literally go over the car. She'd hit it so hard.
And then the poor Ford.
She totaled
Yeah,
the Ford.
so-
Oh my god. She ran into
Yep,
a
I
parked
ran
car.
into a parked car.
Making a left turn from a stop sign.
Yeah. And my dad even told me when I start driving again, I have to put my purse in the trunk. So what had happened was I was making a left-hand turn, and my purse was sitting on the passenger seat, and when I turned, my purse slid down. So I went to go grab my purse as I'm making this turn, and then I come back up, and I just run into this car. I completely totaled the car.
I've never heard this story. No, you've
but
heard
I
this
was-
story from me.
Yeah. She totaled it.
It's because it's so embarrassing.
There was no. In my understanding, in your life, there were 2 vehicles.
No, This was my dad's car.
Oh.
Okay, yeah,
This
this is
was
Dad's
our
car.
Yeah.
car she totaled.
Yes.
This was Dad's car.
Luckily, Ukaipa's a small enough town because we actually all had to walk for about a month before we got our other vehicle.
It was so funny too. I was on vacation and she called me first and she's crying on the phone and I'm in Huntington and she's like, Deanna, I don't want to call Dad. And I was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, I totaled the car. And I'm like, I've been gone for a week and we don't have a car now. What is wrong with you? She didn't even care. She was just more worried about calling you.
Yeah.
I don't want to call Dad.
I felt so bad because the Ford, like Dad hated the Ford with the passion.
No, that was a hate-love
But-
relationship.
Yes, no.
Hate-love
He
relationship.
hated this car with a passion, but yet he loved it so much
He
that
refused to get
every
rid of
little
it.
thing that was wrong with it, he would fix it.
And then he
So
found
that
out
he
that
could
he put
keep
the
this
fans
car.
on backwards.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. It was
Yeah.
a blessing you totaled it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had that car for like 5 years, and I think in that 5 years, I replaced the starter, I think, 6 times.
Yeah.
Replaced the battery 3 times.
It
I replaced
overheated.
the
Is this the-
alternator
is
three
this
times.
that car? This is
the
that
one where
car.
it overheated. And
This
now
is the
it's-
car why you won't turn on the air conditioning.
Yes.
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 This car was it was a.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, it was.
It was a disaster.
I mean, it would overheat. And then what's funny is I finally got the overheating problem
Yeah.
fixed.
got all fixed.
I just got it all. I put a brand new high capacity radiator in it. I got the fans working right.
So funny.
It
And I get a
stopped
phone
overheating.
call while I'm on vacation. I
Oh, jeez. All right, we got to go to break.
All right.
Then we'll hear
Sam.
more about the other cars that Heather totaled. We'll be right back. Talking about the family and lots of things going on. Sorry, we got a lot of echo because we
I
got too many
know.
mics here. There we go. It's a little
Oh,
better.
that's better.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's
Um,
kinda, that one's kind of a little more. There we go.
How's
That's a little
that?
better. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, all our good sound stuff is up in Goldfield, so kind of
Yeah.
had to make do a little bit. Yeah.
It'll work though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got family in the studio today.
Yep.
Who do you want to talk to next?
So we just did Dad. What we're gonna do
Not
now?
Pauline.
Yeah,
like
not
Pauline
at
Gets
all.
enough vocal
Holly wants some
time.
attention now.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
he gets
He always
enough.
does. He always does in all
Uh-huh.
the shows. So we're gonna do the two siblings together. So Sam and Deanna. So Deanna and then Sam. So we've been hearing Deanna has been a little bit more vocal. We're gonna put more of the focus towards Sam for a few minutes. Again, Sam has come a very long ways to be here.
Like I said before, the brother from another mother.
Uh-huh.
Legitimately, it is.
Yes, exactly. So Sam is not our full brother, but he's our half brother on our dad's side. So he's our dad's son, but not our mom's son. So, not recently, but I got in contact with Sam maybe a few years ago, and we would talk on social media.
There's so
and
much
stuff.
meowing.
I know, right?
I feel like I have to address it because
Yeah.
just listening
I know,
to this,
right?
it's so weird.
like the lizard.
Oh, I
Right?
saw that one.
Yeah.
Window.
Right. It has to be
Gecko.
announced.
The
Yeah.
gecko or glass,
Yeah.
glass window
Right.
crawling lizard. Yeah, I saw that episode.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, for Sam, so we got in contact. We were talking for a little bit, and then eventually progressed to phone calls. And then this is now the first time I've apparently I have met him, but I guess I was a baby or something like that. So I just don't remember Sam whatsoever. I don't remember meeting him, this and that.
To you, you're meeting him the first time.
Exactly. So this is the first time I've ever met Sam. Deanna's met Sam when she was really little, but I don't know if she remembers him. Yeah. So
No, I don't.
so it really is a big, not change, but a big step and a big I don't know. It's really interesting to have everyone together like this when I've heard so much about Sam and stuff that I'm just like, he's here and he's here for my wedding and everything, and It's amazing. When he told me, so I sent him an invitation. I really didn't have high hopes that he would come, not because he don't like me or anything, but I wanted him to know that I was thinking of him, that he's my brother, so obviously I'm gonna invite him. And I wanted him to know that he is a part of the family. He's being thought of. And the fact that he messaged me and told me, I'm gonna try and get a flight out here, I'm gonna try and make this, I went to Zach and I was just jumping for joy. I was like, oh my God, Zach, I'm gonna meet Sam probably. Like, he is gonna try his damnedest to get here. Sorry. Beep. Beep. If you didn't notice my last little slip, the last one. Yeah. But
Hey, wait, give me some cooked cabbage and we can make it a...
Oh my God.
Who needs beef? Hey, Heather, you know, you got to finally meet your half-brother. This year I got to meet my half-sister.
that's,
that's
right.
right.
That's right.
That's
So
yeah.
We're seeing more and more
It-
family.
it's,
For all
yeah.
of us this year.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got
It's
to meet a
just,
half-sister that I knew about my whole life, but never was able to find
yeah.
because she was adopted by her stepfather
Yeah.
and took another name. She was not a Bass anymore.
Yeah.
Well, she tracked Mom down on social media, asking, "Are you related
It's a-
are you
yeah.
Sam Bass's daughter?"
Wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
Now we got to meet Sammy.
yeah,
Exactly.
So now you got to
So,
meet Susan. Sue.
yeah.
And yep.
So, how does it feel to be in Nevada? How was the trip? Explain to us how all of this. Explain the thought process that went through your head when you got the invitation. Like,
Okay.
sorry, I keep asking all these emotional questions. And
I know. Well, when Heather told me about it, I'm like, okay, looking at what I have for money. I'm like, that day, pretty much when he told me about it, I'm like, bought a ticket.
I remember that because you even texted me and you're like, guess what? And I was like, what? And he's like, he sent me a Snapchat picture of his plane ticket, and I was like, no freaking way.
Yeah.
He's coming out here.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, when I saw the officialness of it, like he was like, I got the plane ticket, this and that. I was just,
It
I was
exciting.
speechless, and for a moment too, I was really nervous. I was like, how is this gonna go? I've never met him before. Is he gonna be scared? Is he gonna be excited? Is he gonna be nervous? Like, all of these things were running through my head.
I just feel bad that it's so boring and parum.
I know. And
Oh man, it kind of is.
It's
yeah.
boring.
Unfortunately, so Sam came out here on Wednesday,
Yeah.
but Zach and I have been so entirely busy getting everything ready for tomorrow. We haven't had any time, and Sam over here, I told him, I was like, you're supposed to be on vacation, but he's over here helping us. He's over here. He helped us with the limo. And he didn't have a problem with it. He was just like, let me help you guys. And he just waltzed on over here and just started working on the door of the limo for us without even being asked.
Yeah.
Well, you're also here on vacation too,
At
but
least you're not staring at a cactus.
exactly.
That's what
I
we do as a
mean,
hobby around
yeah,
here.
right.
So-
Cactus.
Okay,
So,
watching.
not a lot of people know about you. Deanna's been talking a lot. Tell us a little bit about like your upbringing and what it's like in Wisconsin, things like that, and just a little bit about yourself.
Well, after me and my mom moved to Wisconsin, like, we lived in a larger city called La Crosse for a while. But after that, eventually moved to what would be my hometown, Arcadia. It's a small little town, but it's the HQ for the largest furniture manufacturer, Ashley Furniture.
Yes.
My mom works there now. She's a software developer, senior software developer, and she kind of put me on the track of becoming a video game developer myself. So that's what I do now. But I also help my mom out at her bowling alley because that's her passion. She's been doing that since she was young.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
actually, just recently she bowled her very first 300 game.
Oh my god. That's incredible.
It's a feat to do itself, anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true too.
Huh?
but,
That's true.
Yeah, right.
so, other than that, typical high school.
Yeah.
I played football. I did basketball as well. Me being a shorter side, they had me in post,
Yeah.
but I had muscle and whatnot, so I pushed people around pretty easily. Yeah, I was a lineman throughout high school football, so I had freshman year I was deemed the strongest freshman.
Wow.
I was
Very
lifting
nice.
as much as the seniors were,
Oh my god.
but that was fun.
See, yeah, right, I bet.
Tore 3 ligaments my very last football game I was ever gonna play.
Oh. That is
I don't want to give visual descriptions.
Yeah.
Of bad things, you know.
That's horrible.
Right.
Oh my
Well-
god.
It hurt.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's on-call EMT as well. She's a workaholic. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Oh, the moth.
Sorry, yeah, there's a giant moth in here.
Okay.
Heather's getting distracted by the wildlife.
It always happens. I just see something, I'm just like, what?
We'll bring another lizard to the window.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll feed it to Martini.
I was really surprised that night on that episode that you didn't get up and go running out there to try and catch it.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought about
trust.
it.
She was tempted. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, Heather.
All right, well, we'll have a couple more stories when we come back. All right. It's almost time
Yay.
for the wedding to happen.
Yes.
Our last minute says technically single people,
Yeah.
legally single people.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we've got family here in the studio today.
Yep. We
Yep,
obtained one more guest.
We did. We got my mama over there.
Yes.
That's Beth.
So it's no longer just my family here. It is now Beth. We do have more of Zach's family behind the scenes, but now we have one on camera.
That's right. I'm going to let you do the interviewing because you've been doing a great job.
Oh, no, it's your mom. You should interview her.
I
She's
think
gonna
you
be-
should.
No.
I think as one woman to another, you should ask her how she feels.
Right. I know. I've been asking a lot of emotional questions.
She's all
No. Be prepared. I have made a lot of people cry so far.
She actually brought some tissue.
Smart one.
She was the smart one. Yep.
Zach, I have tissues forever.
I know
Yeah.
you do. You've got little packets
I got
shoved
packets
everywhere.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you do. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
So-
about 18 hours away, you will no longer be a bass.
Yeah. So, what is
right.
That's
right.
How are your feelings of me taking your last name?
Taking my last name. I think you're taking his last name.
Well,
We're
you're
sharing
still
a
a
last
Reiner.
We're equally distributing it.
I feel sorry for
Exactly.
you because you're marrying into my side of the family now. And
Yeah.
you know what we're like. We're kind
If
of
you met
messed
my
up.
dad, if you met my dad, it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So, well, there's a lot of traditions you'll have to learn
yeah.
from the East Coast.
Yep. I've slowly been
Especially
learning
the
them.
shoe fly that you had.
Yeah, that was quite
Yes, last
delicious.
night.
I've been slowly taking on the recycling. That's been a hard habit to gain.
But you're
And just ask my
Californian.
sister.
Why?
It
We've
became
done-
second
Wait, what?
nature.
We've done it for a long time at home,
But
Heather.
with cans.
And plastic. Well, we just recently started
Yeah.
plastic. We didn't do the plastic in California for a long time because most of the recycling, they required you to remove the caps. and
Yeah.
They had
Well,
to be
we
separated, and it
remove
was like-
we remove
Yeah.
the caps, but other than we don't just do cans. We recycle everything that is capable of being
Yeah,
recycled.
you're a
Plastics,
Californian. Don't you
styrofoam.
crunch up the recyclables and use them to run your cars or something?
we did have crushed
Heater.
cans in our wall heater for a while. If
Oh,
you're,
yeah,
yeah.
because that old squirrel cage, that old heater was so.
Yeah.
That squirrel cage was so off balance. If I didn't have cans in there, the thing choked the whole.
Yeah.
Well, that counts as recycling, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't get put in recycling, but they were useful.
Or
But-
being
yeah.
used beyond their life.
Exactly.
Yes.
That was such an old heater. It was also an old open combustion chamber too. Everything nowadays is all sealed. When that thing would fire up, flame would shoot out the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, I am honored to have you and Vlad become part of our family. Like I told you when we had a private conversation a couple of weeks ago, that you are loved. That you're in a household that you're loved by not only the cats, but by the
Especially
people
the
that live
cats.
here.
yeah.
So, and I know my time will come to an end. When
No.
Vlad gets too old and needs a room of his own, I have to vacate, which is a very hard thing for me to get away from.
I know.
This young man over here, because he's such a super person.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
But
Well.
it's time for me to let somebody else be closer to him than he and I have been. So,
Well, you want to talk about some super people? She's been saving our lives on this wedding
She
stuff
has.
here and doing all the dumb little things that are really
Yeah.
relieving that we don't have to do.
Yeah.
She
so
made
dirty from what
she
I
made
was
a
saying.
right.
she,
You know,
she
I was
made
actually
about
gonna ask if that was a bruise. I was
No.
like, that's a gnarly bruise.
No, I climbed under the car at the dealer and got the spare tire down.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because the guy that took me out to the car was in a dress shirt.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
And he was going to do it. And I'm like, no, I'll do it. So I just slid under the back bumper. And I was like, go ahead, start cranking.
Yeah.
So I'm still dirty.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she.
you're gaining a daughter-in-law. We're gaining a son-in-law.
yeah. Mhm.
Everybody's
And
yeah,
cats-in-law.
Yeah.
Cats and all.
Well, we've got our fair share of cats too. So.
Buddy.
As long as I don't have to buy him Christmas presents.
Yes. So, but yeah, so she's just been literally saving our lives with everything. Like they're all of this, like the smallest things that you would think would just slip by. I noticed, and I'm just like, did your mom do this? And
Right?
yeah, and
Mhm.
and then Zach would say the same thing. He'd look at something and be like, "Did mom do this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, like she." And it's just we try to give her as much credit as we can. Like we see something, and then the next thing we know, like we see her, and we're just like, "Thank you for doing this." Like, but we feel like we don't. We could do so much more for you. We've just been so busy,
Just-
so it's just like.
Just
Thanking
being
you
able to-
isn't enough
Yeah,
for
just-
what you've done for us. These last couple of even months dealing with our stress and just even the wedding planning. How that night went, you dealt with it and you helped us through it. You talked with me and things like that, and it just you've been making our lives so much easier. On top of everything we've had to do.
You'll find out as a mother.
Right.
You do anything and everything. I mean, there's a certain point that you're like, yo, that's enough. But you'll get used to it. You'll know. You'll know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
a mother and son bond is a different animal.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially the relationship that we've had, excuse me, swallowed wrong.
It wasn't purposeful,
Swallowed
no.
wrong. That the relationship that we had, you know, it's just the closer you are, yet you still have to be a parent.
Yeah.
We got close because I was still his parent and laid down the law when I had to. But at the
Yeah.
same time, we had the good times and the fun.
Exactly.
And going to concerts together.
Yeah.
And flying around the United States together to shows and stuff, to places that clients, you know, took us
Yeah.
to and stuff.
Exactly.
And we just did well together. We worked well together as mother and son, as coworkers.
Yeah.
And, you know, you'll get that relationship. If you lay down the law, they'll appreciate it more.
Yep, exactly. And I have learned that quite a lot in the last like year and a half. I've really learned to appreciate the things that I have. And it really like it
Yeah.
So your last year and a half, you were like the difficult child.
yeah, I really was.
At least she came into it.
Yeah, but you know, I really tried to turn myself around. I found Zach. Zach really just he turned me into a different person in a good way. And a lot of people tell me, like, grandma, grandpa, you guys, Deanna, I've heard it a lot, like, you seriously seem so much more happier, things like that. And it's just because, like, Zach helps me out a lot with things. Beth does too. So it's just being able to surround myself with these kind of people now is really, really helped me in a lot of ways. So
I'll say he's turned you into a different person.
hey guys. Yeah, right. But yeah.
Well, you know, I could say you already know everything that I need to say to you, and you're gonna hear more tomorrow.
Yep.
At about 3:35 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you guys even write your vows yet?
No,
Or
that's
you
for
We're
just-
doing
tonight.
it tonight.
That's for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
They're doing it
How
last
much time do we
second.
got left? I got one more question to ask.
We
him,
got about a minute, but you can. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Perfect.
So
It's important. Go ahead.
So, what was it? Not yesterday, but Wednesday. No, wait. What's Saturday? Wait, Friday.
It's Friday, Heather.
Okay, so no, right. My days are all mixed up. Wednesday, we had our minister. Was it Wednesday? We had our
Sunday.
Sunday.
What, when he
when
visited?
Wilson came over to
Yeah,
our
that was
house.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday.
So we had Wilson come over. He's our minister. He's the one who's going to be marrying us. We had him come over, and he's been showing us some music and things like that. And I happened to walk to the bathroom where I did something. I was getting water or something, and Zach plays a song. We're going to be playing it during the wedding.
You can say wedding march. You just don't say what kind.
Yeah. So it's a wedding march, and I heard it playing, but then next thing I know, I just hear bawling, just absolute crying, and I'm over here thinking, what is going on? And next thing I know, Beth is just in tears, just because she heard that song and she realized that Zach was getting married. What? I wasn't there for that moment, so I want to know what was going through your mind when you heard that song that just put you in absolute tears.
Well,
And I take it it was joyful tears.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, joyful and sad because, he's no longer mine.
Yeah.
You're not losing one too. We are. You're not the only one.
But just hearing that, it just became more, kind of like when I saw the 40 picture of Vlad.
Yeah.
It just became more real because it's just something that's there or an idea that's there.
Yeah.
And then when you actually saw the picture of Vlad, when you showed it to me, I was like, that's my grandson. Because the whole time, you
Yeah.
see you growing and stuff, but it's kind of like, yeah, okay, he's not a baby, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you actually see that, because you didn't used to be able to see that. So anyway, to try and sum this up anyway, because I know we're running out of time too, but it's just that moment where it was kind of like, okay, this is a different transition of life, and he's transitioning into a different aspect of his life, which means I have to move on to a different aspect of mine. And it's not like that it's going to end seeing you guys or seeing my grandson. It's just that, I've lived with him for a long time, and I
Yeah.
lived here with him when I moved here, and was supposed to be out already. But, but, it just worked out that I was able to stay here. And so it's
Yeah.
it's hard to end things, even though it's the beginning of something good.
Yeah.
So it's just the realization that that moment was like seeing Vlad's picture. It was like, it's happening on Saturday. This is it. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, I just stood up and hugged him and just lost it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I
But
heard
yeah,
it.
It's
I
a
didn't
good
see
cry, a
it.
sad cry, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, once again, we're so honored everyone has come out here and made it, and we put really a lot of thought into this, and every song you're gonna hear has been selected. Every visual, has been prepared. We've thought about every part of this. I mean, down to leaving the dirt on the steps at the school. That was actually a
Yeah.
decision we made.
tell
Do we
them all
leave?
that.
Do we? Yeah, but this is but
serious?
that's as part of the detailed planning that we've done. You know, we actually had this.
Slipped and then rolled.
We actually had this discussion though, and you know, we really have put a lot of thought and a lot of time into it, and it wouldn't be for everyone's help. Because everyone else was doing all those things allowed us
Yeah.
to have the time to do those other things.
Yeah,
So,
and motivation.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
if none of you would have been able to come, not because you don't like us or anything, but if in all reality, because it is difficult to get here, if most of you couldn't get here, we wouldn't have had the motivation as much to do what we did. We've really put a lot of effort into the things that we're doing. Like, we've spent days slaving over this darn limo just for our guests and everything. And if it
It's
wasn't
for
for you
us.
guys, it's
for us. But,
well, for me,
but
it was
it
mostly
is.
for the guests.
We're building an experience for everybody
Yeah.
too. Because for us, I mean, sure, it's for us, but it's not. It's also fun for us to see everybody else
Yeah.
enjoy it too.
Exactly.
It's almost it's equally as fun. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, well, we gotta go, but hopefully next week we can share some pictures and video, and if not next week, within a couple weeks, and
Yep.
show everything that's going on and all the fun we had.
Yep. So
and
thank you.
we'll
Thank
see you as Mr. and Mrs. Reinert next episode.
Yeah.
Till next week, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.